So Mike, we're playing you tonight, but it'll be great because we have 2 GoPros to film stuff, right?
Yeah.
Right, Mike?
Except that this doesn't have a memory card in it. My SD
Isn't that
card.
important?
It doesn't record anything without it.
So we got one
camera.
Hey, welcome back, Mikey.
Hey, welcome back to Mulligan's Island.
I'm Gags.
And I'm Dunsey.
On a rainy Thursday.
A rainy Thursday. Glad we didn't get that yesterday.
Yeah. But when we publish it, it might be Friday, Saturday.
That's true.
But
whenever
we're
we
just
get
letting
this
you know
done.
Thursday.
It's Thursday right
it's,
now.
It's a little sloppy out there. But yesterday was fine. They said no chance of rain. But then at the end of the day, there's some spits.
Yeah.
Spits.
It was a painful round.
It was, yeah, for you and for me.
Two different reasons.
Story to follow.
All right. So yes, as you noticed me limping around yesterday, I've got something going on in an ankle. I came home last night, put ice on it. Today it's perfectly fine. Perfectly fine. It just had to hurt for the 17 holes of golf I played yesterday.
You know, if you were a horse, we'd put you down.
That's true.
Speaking of horses, Mikey, what's going on this weekend?
This weekend is Kentucky Derby.
The fastest 2 minutes of sports,
That's
baby.
right.
The run for the roses.
Yesterday, Mark Baldwin took a picture of Doc Covington's tree and plaque, which we'll show you right here. For those of you who don't know, that tree is planted at the number 2 green on the Woodlands course, which is where Doc Covington passed away, all the way back in 2006. It's been 19 years. That is hard to believe. Also, we would like to give a shout out to Mark Dozy. Mark, we've missed you the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, hope you're doing better, Mark.
Hope you're getting better, and you're going to join us this next Wednesday.
Let's hope to see you next Wednesday, right? Yeah. Hey, Super Sub.
What's up?
You just walking by without saying hi?
Fuck you very much.
Sorry. Somehow that always shows up every time you open your mouth. That's on you.
Delete.
That's YouTube.
No.
That's YouTube. We don't have to delete it.
Yeah.
All
Well, you guys pay that big money to get on YouTube, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So who are you subbing for today?
I am Mike Florio.
Oh, hi, Mike.
2 thumbs up?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, have fun. All right, how did everybody do yesterday, Mikey?
Yesterday we had 2 ties. Bass and Poorman tied with Lowe and Ryan, 2020. And Joy and Moser tied with O'Neill and Yaquinto with Ryan Riccardi subbing for
Ryan was subbing, yeah. He does a nice job.
And so that's 2 weeks in a row Joy and Moser have tied their match.
Okay.
Interesting. We had one close match. Dan Smith subbing for Mark Dozy and John Morano beat Pedlo and Scheibel 22 to 18.
Shibes.
Pretty close.
Yeah, pretty close.
We had a couple of what we would say are lopsided victories.
Yeah.
Which we refer to as the beatdown of the week.
Take it away, Mikey.
Last year's defending champions, Fry and Webb.
Who are back in first place right now.
Back in first place after beating down Mark Ratliff and Sammy Stukel 28 to 12.
See, Stukes does well when he's not there.
Yeah,
right?
He does.
He shows up, they go in the dumper.
Yeah.
Stay away, Sammy.
Also, Mark Baldwin coming off a horrific week last week.
Yeah.
Came out and Baldwin and Wally beat Rick Edwards and Jeff Stella 28-12. So co-beatdown.
Yeah, co-beatdowns.
Individual beatdowns, Rapson, Gagliard, Stella, and Musson. All only got 5 points.
That's okay. As long as my partner does his job. Hi there. Hi, Rich is back. Rick, I heard you had a promotion for 1 week, right?
Just 1 week, yes. I got to work at the upscale Golden course. I don't know if you guys play there very often.
Yeah.
It's more expensive, and
We're
I know
not.
you guys are more reasonable
Cheap.
kind of guy.
Yeah.
Well,
Reasonable.
that's a good word.
Thrifty.
Thrifty and reasonable.
Okay, I like that. Well, welcome back.
I'm glad to be back, and I see that most guys are back. I see you have 2 new teams this year.
We do.
Yes, and I haven't met them yet, and
Okay,
hopefully
well-
they're as nice as you guys.
Well, I hope so.
And,
Let me see if I can
so
get
how's
you.
the
How's the participation in the Birch Ward pool so far? How's things going out here?
It's
Good?
a little light right now,
Little light?
but we've got several regulars like Florio Mundros that are out. So
And my sugar daddy's gone.
Horton is not here, so Gags has told me the sugar daddy is not paying for him. So
Yeah, I lost my scholarship.
NIL.
Yeah, I lost my NIL money. That's all right.
So and Dunsey, I thought I could get him, but he's got a bum ankle today.
Yeah, the wheel's bad.
Yep.
Well,
Thought I was through it.
boy, Mikey, you think if you shoot 37, you take a bunch of points?
You
wouldn't
would. You would.
So you shoot 37. How many points do you get in our league?
Marty Rapson only got 5. That's why he's one of the individual beatdowns.
37, 5.
Yes. Well, he played against Zane Birchler.
Right.
Who threw a 34 at him.
Ouch!
Got a 2 thumbs up.
Woo!
34.
Hey,
Amazing.
nice job, Marty.
Obviously low gross.
So
and low.
Marty needed to shoot 31.
Yes.
400's not that bad.
Jeff Sarabian shot a nice 40. So those 3 players were the only ones under 40 and under.
Rough day yesterday,
Low net, of course, went to Zane Birchler
obviously.
with a low net of 27.
Woo!
John Birchler had a net score of 29.
No wonder they
So very
did so
good.
well. Yeah, that'll do it.
And then Baldwin, George Bills, Fred Brunk, and Jim Scheibel shot net 30. Yeah.
Well, Fred, it's good to see Fred doing better, huh?
Yeah. He shot a nice round yesterday.
Jeez, oh,
I think he shot
pizzas.
53, I think, or something.
That's really good.
We had 25 more golfers who were at net par or better, which is a total of 31 out of our 40,
Oh,
which means AI is working. Yeah, okay, whatever.
okay.
Seems to be working. We did have a couple of people who didn't shoot such a low
Yeah.
net score.
That's the favorite part. Mikey, we call them
The
Hackers of the Week. I got one. I finally got one.
Jim Gagliard
Tied.
with Warren Musson at net 41.
Yep. Good score.
Net 41 is not that bad, but
It's not that good.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's not that good.
We should have shot that last week when we played each other. Then that would have been a fun match too.
Oh, that would have been.
But how many people, just throwing to something, win a hole with an 8?
That's true.
Yeah,
It
I did.
yes.
But that's about all I did.
That was the first hole,
hole.
and you got an 8. Bartnicki had a 9.
Correct.
You won the hole
Correct.
with an 8,
Correct.
and it was the highlight of your day.
Correct. That's 4 corrects, I think. Maybe 3 corrects. 4 corrects.
Oh, yeah, you struggled a little
Yeah, it was a
yesterday.
little struggle. Mikey, there used to be, I don't know if he's still, his name was Paul Harvey. He was on the radio, right?
Yeah.
He used to have what was called, and now the rest of the story.
Yeah,
Right?
I remember.
So last week we talked about our mud guy,
Mud guy.
Gary
Wally.
swamp people, fell into a hole, right? But, you know, it got kind of half story. But I caught up with Gary today. Let's find the real story. As Paul Harvey would say, here's the rest of the story. No waiters today, I see, huh? We had an incident last week, didn't we?
Yeah, we did. But,
You want to go through it real quick for us?
well, I'm a team player.
Team player.
So I was in the woods helping my partner.
Oh, see, he didn't mention it was his ball that you're in.
We were kind of searching around. And then,
Okay.
it probably would have ended up on the first hole at the Golden Fox. But I started seeing balls, so I started feeling like Jeff Horton. So
In you went.
in I went, 8 balls in this pocket, 8 balls in this pocket, 10 in my hand, 1 step, gone.
How far? How deep did you go? Oh,
Until I went forward
and then you went.
and went
further.
in again. So by the time I was done, it was from here down.
Okay. My only disappointment is with Baldwin that the camera didn't come out. I mean, once he found out you were okay, the camera should have come out for video evidence, right, Bruce?
That's right. And I told Wally already in the clubhouse there that I was rushed today. I had a diaper set out for his changing, and I was rushed and I forgot it.
And now you know the rest of the story.
There it is.
Talking with Gary afterwards, he said he laid them all down, all the golf balls down. He said, but if Horton would have been around, he'd have found them after taking them out because Jeff's like a hound dog out there.
Yep.
Anyway, good stuff.
You know what time it is? It's time for us, for the first time this season, to give out some money. It's the Money Monkey. Hi, Johnny. Johnny told me he's got a surprise for us coming.
I can't even imagine.
It has something to do with the Money Monkey.
Money Monkey surprise?
I'm not sure.
Well, should we make sure the Money Monkey's protected like
Yeah, we should.
the suitcase to the Stanley Cup? You know how he puts it in there, locks it, puts gloves on? We'd hate to see
So
him.
yesterday was the first day of the Birchward pool. They had 13 players in the pool, and for a total of $65. Zane Birchler got a birdie on number 3.
That's why I don't get in.
For $32.
Correct.
And Larry English had a par on number 4 for $33.
That's why I don't get in. You gotta get pars.
Yeah,
You gotta get
you gotta have pars and birdies. The Sheeny pool, I believe, starts next week.
It does.
Yeah.
It does. So if you don't have your money in,
To Johnny.
Johnny's going to find out who we need to sponsor, right?
Right.
If you don't want to get in, let Johnny know someone will sponsor you. So where's Danny today? I see
He
you
had
have a
to
super.
bail. Yeah, he had to bail.
He had to
I'm
bail.
flying solo. The computer's on my team.
All right. No, are you subbing for them?
Are you
not-
subbing?
Stella.
Are you? Oh, you're subbing.
Stella.
3:30.
Okay.
3:30.
So you and the computer are taking these two guys
You
on.
got it.
All right. Well, good luck, Jack.
Thank
any
you.
predictions today?
Yeah, I'm going to play better today than I did last week. That's my prediction.
I like. That makes sense, doesn't it, Larry?
Yes, that's make good sense.
Whoa, that's the championship swing right there.
There
isn't
it is.
Yeah. So,
I want to do that swing again.
well, you got it out of the way now, right?
Got it out of the way. It's the one swing that will bring me back tomorrow. and
Right.
that was
But
it.
we'll save that for number 9 because that's what you know. But
Okay.
who you playing today? Do you know?
Sammy, they're in second place, I believe,
Yeah,
or
Sammy
tied for first.
Stooks and a sub.
Yeah, and a
Mark
sub.
Ratliff. Yeah.
Oh, a sub today?
Yeah.
Okay.
Doc Bears is still in sunny Florida,
Okay.
and he'll be back next week. So, any predictions today? Sammy sneaks up on you a lot.
Yeah, I'm not going to predict anything right now. You guys are all out after us, so we're going to sit back.
You're
and
the hunted right now.
We're the hunted. We got the bullseye on our back right now, so I think we're just going to sit back, take it easy, and let everyone come after us.
That brings us to the standings. And after the big beatdown, Fry and Webb, our defending champions, are back on top.
They're coming hard.
They've got 53 points.
You don't want to peak too early, though.
The Birchlers, who did a good job yesterday, are in second, only 4 points behind. 1 point behind them is Brunken Miller,
That's
48
good.
points.
That's good for them, yeah.
Baldwin and Wally, 1 point behind at 47. Bartnicki and Dunn in 5th place at 46. That's where we want to be. We want to
7 points behind. Yeah, you're 7 points behind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Florio and Mundros and Bass and Poorman have 45 points. So we have 7 teams within 8 points.
Yeah, it's early, though.
Yeah, it's early.
It's early.
That about wraps it up for this week.
No.
What?
No.
What?
Well, we have video from my camera, but where's your videos, Mikey? Go ahead. Come on. Tell me the story. So the first week, let's go with Paul Harvey on you.
Yeah.
First week, you completely forgot the GoPro, right?
I completely forgot to
Sitting
bring
at
the
home
camera.
base here in the studios. So yesterday, you were so happy that you brought your GoPro.
Yep.
What happened when you went
had
to
the
use
batteries all charged up.
He's-
Everything's.
We're ready to go. 2 cameras.
So I go out on the first tee box
Oh,
and I
boy.
said, I'm gonna film Sammy and Mark Ratliff. And so I push the button and it says, please insert SD card, which is the memory card that records everything. So yeah, I could have
You're
taken
getting
video,
closer.
but I wouldn't have been able to replay it.
You're getting closer, though.
Next week, I'm thinking 3 times the charm.
Epic fail. Epic fail. We'll get it right one of these times.
One of these
Fortunate for you, though, where you're playing each other, so at least we had one camera.
Yeah, at least we had one camera going.
Struggle bus, baby.
All right, so that wraps it up for this week's version of Mulligan's Island.
See you next week.
Bye.
What shall we do with the drunken sailor? What shall we do with the
Sailor, what shall we do with the drunken sailor?